Hi, Davi here, and today we have a new episode in the Art Review series, and today we'll be checking out the work of 34PM or Genichiro Cute or Cute. Oh, I love you too. Interesting. I'm not sure if I've featured this artist before, but we're just gonna go with this artist just because. I mean, we're not even zooming in, guys. We're not even zooming in, but you can tell by the feed. It's good, right? I'm seeing a lot of buff dudes here. I'm not sure if it's like one guy only, but lots of muscles. Wait, recently there have been like there's more color in their work, but beyond that, it's more like grayscale stuff. But I know the BL lovers. Oh my god, come on! Look at that! Look at this buff guy over here. Look, ooh, Zanny. I remember seeing this TikTok of this guy, like his specs. You know, some guys have who are fit, like muscular, like you can definitely tell their pecs are developed, but this guy was like beyond that. Like it casted like a considerable amount of shadow. And it was a chick, a girl commenting on it, and she did the whole, you know how you do that gesture or that expression where you pretend like you have a pair of like usually men do this where you go that what do you call it, waterboarding or motorboarding kind of thing where you and they just play around in the sweet spot of life. She did that kind of. I mean, not in a weird. I mean, it's kind of weird, but it's fun because it's so ridiculous the way it was like done. I mean, kudos to the guy for putting in the work, building those specs, but yeah, interesting. They do have a lot of hatching in their work, right? It's not well. It's pretty much everywhere, but it's not like for the whole shadow. It's usually because they have this gray value right beneath, so that's a shadow, but they'll add like these parts. I'm guessing, I think it's more like intuitive, maybe to illustrate the core shadow. I'm not sure. I don't think it's really like it's following a rule or anything, but if it helps, it's more of a style thing, I would say. And maybe it helps helps you understand the form a bit, because I'm guessing the shading may go a little, or may tilt a little bit depending on where it is in the body to describe its form. But you notice how it's not a zigzag, they're like individual lines added in. I do like the hands, they're very kind of knuckly and bony, so that's cool. Look at this guy. Okay, let me just find other stuff to ogle as well. Oh wow. Wait, is this a... They look like girl hands, but then again, I have kind of girly hands, so because they're small and petite. But wait a minute, is she trying to wipe the tears from? Oh my god, that's so funny, right? Come on, okay, enough. I mean, it happens. You know how sometimes you draw something and you're like into whatever you just drew. It's kind of weird, but it's just one of those things where you can't help but not do it. You know what? They kind of remind me. This character reminds me a little bit of that guy from Devil May Cry. I haven't played the game because I don't play games, but I've seen the anime, and just like the attitude, it kind of feels like that guy. If you look at their lines, is it like a typical ink pen? It looks more like a hard, dark pencil to me. If you look at the brushwork, there's quite a bit of opacity in there, meaning it's a little bit see-through in some parts. So it's not... It has that transparent-esque vibe to it. Oh. Look at that, pretty cool. I mean, look at those nips. Piercings, I don't get why people do that. It's just like painful to look at. I mean, earrings I would get, or even a nose ring, it kind of makes sense, but in those sensitive parts, it just seems so delicate. Toni guy, Shimos. Oh. Yeah, I like that. I like this look. Oh, look at this, black and white only, grayscale. Wait, let me just scroll up. I mean, come on. Oh, we do have a little bit of a gradient here. Look at how it's kind of lighter here. Becomes darker going up. So it has that manga kind of vibe to it. Like, would you spend time inking this? Because to me, it already looks good as it is. Like, it's fairly clean. Like, I get it. You know? Pretty cool. So it's a samurai guy. Yeah. I'm not sure what these are. Maybe they're burn marks or just blood. Who knows? I like the way the shirt was rendered. Like it's all gray, right? But you have this texture over here in the middle. Two textures, I think. Or something. Like it's not just a gray solid thing. And then you have like a more paper-like texture here. In the shadow or in the insides of this robe, there is a little bit of like a reverse hatching where you're hatching with lighter values. Pretty interesting. Yeah, I've seen these kinds of rendering techniques in like manga, where they have to just do where they only do grayscale and no colors. I've seen some very creative ways of rendering this way. And look at this black part over here. Like these black parts, they're using like a charcoal brush or something. Like it definitely has its own rougher texture. But it's not everywhere, right? It's like in the inside of the shirt, maybe in some hard to reach areas. Pretty cool. Yeah, I think adding these texture, I'm not sure if it's like a stamp brush or something, but I think it looks good. It just adds a bit of something instead of just having something like basic or solid. It adds some teeth to your work. Okay, let me just zoom up. I was trying to help it load or make it load. I'm guessing the images are kind of big, but let me just scroll up to the more colored ones. Oh, it's taking a while. Excuse me. Oh my, why is it? Oh, there you go. Again, he's crying. Why are you crying, man? Very buff. And very thick. Everything is just thick. That's me, by the way. I like the black too. Like it's not clean. They're using like look at how textured some of those parts are. I think it looks really good. Reminds me a little bit of I mentioned this guy before in the previous video. Let me just check out my. Oh yeah, Toni Infante. I've seen them do blacks kind of like this, where it's kind of rough. Where basically it's not like a clean, like you can tell when something has been lassoed in, meaning the all of the edges are super sharp, super clean. But here it feels like it was manually done. Let me just write, I don't know, Toni Infante as a recommended artist. Toni Infante. And another guy maybe, although their style is a bit different. Like they don't really draw their lines this way, but focusing more on the black parts in this image. I think Gigi Cavenago something. Gigi Cavenago. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like that rougher look. And you combine, it's complemented with the line work for say, or the contour lines of the body of the shirt. I think it's a good sort of opposite complementary thing. It's taking so long to load. Okay, we're back. Oh damn, lots of scars here, or slashes, pretty cool. Damn. Look, it's not, again, it's not just a gray, it has a noise texture a little bit, or some kind of paper texture, and the texture for this part, it's also different. There's like a pattern to it. And there's actually a little bit of a slight gradient. Look at how as you go further down with the robe, or in the robe, it becomes a little lighter. Right? And even the skin, look at how this part is a bit more like reddish a little bit. Same thing here for the knuckles, the elbow again. The anatomy is kind of convincing. Not kind of, it's very convincing. Like, I'm convinced, or as the new generation would say, I'm sat. I often see it on TikTok. Oh, I'm sat. I don't know why people say that, but it's kind of funny. I'm sat, or I'm seated. I'm sitting. Sometimes I can't even catch up with some of these terms. Even the word cracked, apparently it means, oh, yeah, I'm not even gonna go into that, but come on, load faster, please. By the way, I can tell what you're looking at from this view. Don't worry, we'll get there. I know who my audience is. You degenerate pig. Anyway, same guy. Oh, has a bit of a bussy, kind of thick. Well, it's thick everywhere anyway, so there you go. But oh, the next artist we're gonna review is kind of, wait, maybe not the next artist, but yeah. Anyway, we'll see. I do see a bunch of dashy lines here at the top. I don't think it's a rake brush. I think they're manually added in. But there is some, like, once they actually start adding the paint, there is a little bit of brush variety. I think just a little bit. They still try to go for that manga kind of rendering look where it's kind of clean. But this guy, wow. These are two different guys. One is blue eyes. This guy has light brown eyes. So I'm guessing they're enemies, right? Maybe it's one of those enemies to lovers kind of tropes, right? Look at that. Oh, you know what? The rendering style with like this line work reminds me a lot of Ati. I often mention their work just because it's awesome. Ati 1225, 1225. There you go. Come on. Oh, it's a big image. Look at the glory. Right, look at how clean the rendering is in some parts. Right, again, not a lot of texture brushes. Aside from their, because they do use other brushes here and there, but most of it I feel like it's like a texture overlay. But when it comes to their brush work, I think most of it comes from their actual like lines, because their line work has, or their sketch line thing, it has a bit of a grit to it, like some teeth. And then everywhere else, there's like an overlay. Like I can tell layers are being used to achieve these kinds of effects. So, but I do like parts where you can see the gradient happening. So it's gonna look a little more smooth, kind of like this part over here, right? Pretty cool. Oh, look at this guy. Let me just open a few more. And then maybe this guy, and of course... Come on! What's so... Oh, wow. What's in their hand? Oh, it's a mechanical arm. Interesting. So they got amputated? Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, now it's an interesting character. Let me just see if there are more photos here to explore. Let me just translate this. Previously, I've tried drawing a friend's OC, so it's not there. But okay, it's more like fan art. But look at that. Look at this guy. Oh, oh wow! Look at those abs. They're so like rounded. Like pebbles or rocks being stacked on top of one another. I mean, look at the anatomy. Oh my, oh my, oh, there's like a mouse. Squeak, squeak. Yeah, I like the black too. It feels very comic-ish because of that black. Or there is a black fill-ins. I mean, look at how the forehead and the hair and everything is not even like shown. It sort of blends with the shadow of the insides of this like cape thing. We have some background characters in the, well, background. Oh, we have like a patch here for something. But look at those nippies. Nippies, oh my god, it's over. I like the elbow, it looks really attractive. Like it's really protruding out, like you can feel the bone. But look at how the muscles are really on top of like this bone. It just looks so well built, right? Okay. Okay, pretty cool. Like it seems natural to me. Like the anatomy, even the birds, they looks. I mean the mouse. Let's go back to the. Oh yeah, the mouse. There you go. Oh, what's going on here? Oh no! Look at that. I like how she's kind of. I think she's kind of blushing a bit in the ears. Look at that. Gomenasai. Oh, it's so over. And it's kind of shocked, right? Oh no. What's going on here? Even if the scene isn't complete, like you're already happy with this, right? Even the way the hand was positioned here, like you can tell the anatomy is accurate, or mostly like it makes sense. Like it doesn't seem weird. It feels very solid. Oh wow, look at that. Jesus. Wait, let me see this colored one first. It's taking so long to load out. Let me just try and see if... Well, this one's kind of hot too. There you go. Wow, it's taking so long to load. I'm guessing I have so many tabs open, or shit, I think, because you can see a couple of images here kind of with a buffer thing. So maybe I'm opening too many posts at once. That's so down. Let me just, okay, there we go. Oh, oh my god. Okay, it's loading. Give it some time. This one feels more like a manga page. Right? Like, I would follow a story that's illustrated in this level. I wouldn't mind. It doesn't have to be that tight. Maybe it's because I'm used to, like, because in Doujin, like, if you go to N-Hentai... Oh, by the way, in the UK, apparently, it's been banned as well. Like, all of these adult sites have been banned, which is so sad. Like, why? Anyway. So maybe I'm used to, like, the variety of the look in terms of, like, ink work. because there are so many like inking drawing styles. But regardless of the style, like you can still follow along with the story. So even if it's all in black and white, it zoom out, it looks so diverse, or it's like you have a varied set of effects. You have some areas here where it's completely black. You have like splatter brushes, very inky, bleeding types of brushes. You have a lot of like dashy, hatching or hatch-like strokes here, some contour lines. And look at how the contour lines they're not always like this where it's one line. I've talked about this before, like sometimes they'll do like double lines or triple lines to indicate like an edge. I think it's cool. If you're not satisfied with just one line, then just add 2 or 3 or whatever. And even the line weight, I mean, look at how these lines seem a lot more thicker than these lines. So it's, and you can have like an overlaying of different hatch techniques. Like there's a lot happening here. Oh my god. I mean, look at it. I'm guessing these are, look at those tattoos. So badass. Imagine having a body. Oh, look at those. It's kind of peeking at the pinky knuckle. Look at that. Oh, just staring at you. Look at that. Oh. Again with the abs, it's so insane. One day. Looks a lot like, I don't know, the guy from Atlantis? Or he looks Atlantean for some reason. I'm guessing the hair. I don't know. So an older fella, but there you go. Ooh. That's a guy with some tattoos in their arms, right? Or burns, maybe? It's hard to say. Or it's maybe they're cursed with something. And then we have this sort of skeleton guy kind of kissing him in the forehead. Well, not forehead, but in the head. And I can see like a tear here, so they're having like an emotional moment. I actually thought pirate first, but it's actually I think it's a samurai helmet. Oh. Very emotional. Oh, it's big. I do recommend you check out their page because the images are large. Like you can really zoom in and just hand the page around. Right? It looks like a wallpaper. Right? It's a more full image kind of thing. But look at the diversity here, right? Of different overlaying effects, textures. But it still has that print kind of look. Like you would see this in like an art print for like a wallpaper or something. Or a shirt. And I like how they're incorporating this ink work over here. It does get lighter as you go further back for these tigers. But in the head, you'll definitely see more of those ink marks, that sumi-y kind of vibe. In the faces, it looks really good. And paired up with that coloring effect. I mean, look at the amount of browns here. It looks so cool. In a different hatch. I think it's kind of like hatching. But yeah. And then the actual like guy in the middle, look at that. Cool. Yeah. This one's not. Anyway, so I think that's it for this art review, because I think, yeah, there's definitely more to see in their feed. I mean, let me just scroll down some more. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna, okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Some of it is a little bit spicy, so if you're not into spicy artwork, relax, take it easy. What's going on here? You see a bit of a horse. It's a very quick. It's like a senator. Is it called a senator? It's like half man, half horse. I mean, this one just looks so manga-esque. You know what? We'll make this the last piece. Do look at that. Right? It's all in black and white, no colors, but it looks freaking cool and very diverse. The hatching, the different grayscale values, these black villains. Some parts are like being erased with like a texture brush or something. But the point is, it's just not. It's like a painting, but in inks. Meaning it's just diverse. It doesn't feel like an ink, like a typical inked piece. I'm guessing maybe it's the diversity of it that's making it look cool. Kind of reminds me of another comic artist who's kind of, I know I think their style changes depending on their like comic. As people people mention, I haven't seen all their work or a lot of their work, but in the comments people say that they change depending on the project. Jorge Jimenez, I would recommend Jorge Jimenez. Jorge Jimenez. There you go. So yeah, let me just end on my favorite. I mean, I have quite a bit of favorite stuff here, but nothing beats this. Let me just find. Oh, there you go. There you go. Go on. Yeah, so I'm gonna link this page in the description below, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.